episode of the Eboa Chronicles. Last time we left off with people trying to kill Delith. No surprises there.
Mhm.
And the party did manage to resolve that through a nice peaceful beating up each other with large chunks of wood.
Giggity.
Um,
For peace.
but they also discovered hints of conspiracy going on with the uh,
The order.
militant order of the Bahamut. Father Jean, the priest of the temple, has asked for a little bit of time to try to handle it privately, but you know
He
they're
has no.
not sure how that's gonna
He has
go
no.
down.
He has no hope of solving it peacefully if he doesn't have any rosemary to go at that time. Cooking joke.
Anyway, so where we left off, the party was going back to the Platy Inn for the night, and Madrash was returning to the temple.
Mhm.
All right, so Madrash, as you are arriving back at the temple, make a perception check.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Give me a
Do it.
second. Should I? Should I? Yeah, that's what I expected.
Uh, you see a cloaked figure entering the temple a distance in front of you. He's not someone you've seen in the temple before.
Is there any description of the clock or how he looks besides entering the clock?
Uh,
Anything I can
it's
see,
too far away
from.
for you to get a good glimpse of what he looks like.
Okay.
You can't make
Uh,
out a lot of details.
Medrash will enter, not trying to hide since she's not that kind of person that probably sneaks around the place. So he's going to enter and see where he's going.
Okay. Um, as you enter the temple, you notice that most of the priests and friars seem like there aren't that many priests and friars left in the temple. Like it's a drastically lower number than what you're used to. But there are a larger number of like squires and knights from Master Robert's faction.
You see, Medrash keeps a cool, calm look, but he's not liking this, especially after the conversation with Father John.
All right. You don't see the cloaked figure in here. He was too far ahead of you. He might have moved into a room or a hallway. Make another perception check.
Of course.
You hear Father Jean and Master Roberts loudly arguing in a private room. You can hear Father Jean saying something about spiritual needs. Roberts then says something about strength. Uh, Something is said more quietly, but you can't quite make it out. You then see the chamber door open as John leaves in a huff.
hmm Do I see also Master Roberts coming out of there?
He seems to have stayed in the room.
Hmm. Uh, Medrash tries to see if he can cross a look, not directly interact with Father John, especially after this. He will wait for a more quiet moment where it appears that there are many squires and members of um, Sir Robert's group to interact with him.
All right. So are you just gonna go to bed because it's late night from last session?
Can Midrash make a an educated guess of if there what was that room where they had the discussion in particular? Was it a private room or of the church or something like that? He's
Yeah,
just trying
it
to.
was a private room.
Mhm.
Like it's not the room that Master Roberts is usually in, but it's still a place where they could have talked, and clearly something got heated.
Mhm. Medrush is going to go to his quarters, but he's going to try to keep a number of the amount of now squires and members of the faction of Sir Roberts there are on his way to to his room, trying to keep an idea of how many there are.
All right. I will like out of setting. I will admit I didn't come up with like solid numbers for that. It's so.
You don't have to have a solid number. You
Yep.
can have
Yeah,
just
I just
an
wanted to let you know so you're not like, oh, why don't I know
Oh no
this?
no
Like,
no! Oh no,
all
I
right.
didn't expect to have a solid number. Especially, I
Yep.
expected a Medrash room wouldn't
Yep.
be where past where
All
all the
right.
rooms are movie at some
That's
point,
good.
so he has a general idea.
All
Mhm,
right. Just want to be on the same page for that. All right. So
mhm.
you go to bed then.
Yeah. He also before entering his room when he closes it tries to see if there is anything outside of place in his just in case.
Uh, I mean, other than Father Jean's room, like right next door to yours, no.
Hmm. Before entering, there was any kind of squire or member of Sir Robert's order around there?
You did see a squire kind of passing through the hallway.
If Emirash opens again his door just to see in case if there is anyone around there.
The
Is there
hallway
another squire?
looks empty right now. The
Okay,
squire went on his way.
Medrash is going to go to Father John's door, knock on it.
Uh, Inside you hear a voice. Let me just unlock the door.
Hmm.
After a bit, you hear the lock tumble and the door opens and you see Father Jean.
Medrash says, "Good evening, Father."
Uh, Good evening, Medrash. What is it?
I was just wondering if you would like to have another meeting, like he says in a quiet voice right now. If you would have to have another meeting like the last we had yesterday.
Uh, I guess we can talk. Well, we might need to be a little careful for what we say. He says in a hushed tone.
And that he says, "Not right now." Like I said, maybe if you do
Oh, in the morning
tomorrow
then?
morning or tomorrow, in the Latin, he says all of this quietly, trying to make sure that his voice doesn't sound around the hallway.
Okay. Make one last perception check while you're
Mhm.
talking to him at the doorway to his room.
Oh wow, that's yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was expecting.
All right. Carrying on. All right.
Yeah.
So you go to bed then. I'm assuming at this point.
By the way, before going to bed, did he say yes to that or?
Yes, he agreed
Okay,
to speak with you in the morning.
okay. But in the Platin or around here.
You can figure the details out in the morning.
Okay, okay. It was just to bed then.
All right. So middle of the night. Make one last perception check.
Oh God, I have a horrible feeling about this. Finally, a good one.
All right. You
Uh,
hear two loud thuds, then the sound of a window breaking coming from Father Jean's room.
Medrash immediately rises up from his room, even if without taking his time, or grabs a sword and his sword and exits the room. So I take it that he sees this character
A
there. He
concerned
immediately
friar who's come rushing to also respond to the sounds.
It
Medrash
was
runs to the room and into the door of the room and shouting, "Let me enter first." Medrash enters
Yep.
and what does he see exactly?
All right.
The bodies. I mean, does he recognize
Yep.
them or?
They are
Okay.
bodies you don't recognize. Um, they're not
Mhm,
really wearing symbols.
mhm,
Um, you can see that the window is broken.
mhm.
There's like damage, like there was a fight in this room.
Yeah. Is Father John around? Is not here, right?
Father John seems to not be here.
I'm going to
in
do
the
an
room.
investigation check on the bodies.
All right, just a second. I gotta look through my notes real quick.
Okay.
You
Just a
also
moment.
notice as you were going in that the door to Jean's room was unlocked.
Huh. Okay.
Also, you're on the second floor. Just to
Mhm.
clarify that detail.
Okay.
So, sorry, I was looking at my notes when you made your request earlier. What was it again?
I want to investigate the bodies. So
Okay.
I have to roll investigation, right?
Yep.
Please be good. Okay. With a -1, that's a good.
All right.
So Medrash investigates the bodies first, and then he will
Yep.
investigate the rest of the room. Mhm. What does he find?
They don't. They have no organizational markers on them. You can see that they seem to have been killed in a fight. Uh,
Hmm.
it looks like they would have been killed by, divine magical means. Father John put up some sort of a fight. Um,
Hmm.
outside the window, you can see a third body that's been quite disfigured from some sort of fire.
Hmm.
You're not sure. Like it's disfigured
Before
enough you're having difficult to identify whether or not that is Father Jean or a
Mhm.
third assailant.
Before going down there to check out that body, do I find anything around here in the room that of Father John that going to implicate a reason to why this happened?
You do not see any obvious clues at first.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and just copy the text I'd given you so far, just so like you have the information.
Hmm. Yeah,
So that was for when you were entering the
I know.
when approaching the temple, the argument,
Mhm. Yeah.
and then what sounded like fighting in the room.
Hmm. Okay, Medrash is going to, after thoroughly checking with his skills the room of Father John, he will go down and check quickly, probably jumping down, seeing as the noise will attract attention, so he doesn't want anyone else checking this in case of him, and look at the burning body to see if he can say any clue of who he was or anything.
Give me a second.
Mhm.
You notice that some knights and squires have crowded around,
Mhm.
you know, on the grounds around the body. This commotion
Mhm.
has gotten people awake. Master Roberts is inside the temple,
Mhm.
trying to direct things.
Medrash immediately after, looking at the body, asks to the squares and knights.
Ignore the halfling that was
Yeah.
there. That was for set up for later stuff. I wasn't intending us to be on
Okay.
this map yet. So,
Okay.
Super secret
Medrash,
halfling.
no
I
problem.
did not have it ready for cutscene. I had it ready for actually
Action. Yeah.
exploring and investigating with the party. So
Okay. Medrash immediately asks the guards, "What's going on?"
we're not sure. We heard sounds from Father Jean's room.
Did
Uh,
you not see another figure exiting the room through the window besides this one burning?
we're not. I think so. We saw a mysterious figure that didn't look like Jean running through the gates before anyone was able to stop them. And then
Question.
this part,
Something I forgot to ask about the first one. Did I get to see the color of the clock or not?
um, yes, let's say it was
Okay.
a scarlet, like a dark scarlet color
Okay.
that you saw.
Sith Lord.
This person was wearing a dark blue cloak.
Mhm. The person that ran.
Yes.
Okay. Medrash is thinking about this and says, "Okay, let's try to deal with the bodies properly." And
At this point, Master Roberts will come out.
okay,
All right. So,
Medrash says, "Sir Roberts, trying to keep
uh,
professional." But,
from what I've been able to gather talking with witnesses, it seems like some assassins broke in from outside Father Jean's window, and it looks like we think that this is Father Jean and the last assailant escaped.
Hmm.
I've asked the town guard to, you know, keep watch on the entrances and exits from the city, so we can find this assailant and not let him escape.
Medrash is in deep thought. He doesn't say anything. He looks at Sir Roberts and says, "I know a friend that is close to the Assassin's Guild. I would like to bring them here to investigate the room to see if they can identify who was behind this."
Father Jean seems reluctant to accept that request,
Sir Roberts.
but yeah, Master Roberts seems reluctant to accept your request, but a number of friars and priests speak up saying that they trust you and they'd, like you to investigate into what happened to, the head of their church. So, under pressure, Roberts relents to this request.
Medrash says, "Thank you very much, Sir Roberts. I will go immediately to look for the person I'm bringing here. The quicker we get the investigation with everything fresh, the better." Medrash goes running out of the church to the Platin.
Disclaimer: it's Thieves Guild, not Assassin's Guild.
Sorry.
Mixing the two campaigns up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was going to say what Assassin's Guild, but still,
sorry.
since we are investigating, Sir Roberts did it. Don't question it.
No shit. Let's keep going.
As I said, the joke I made is most appropriate.
So Medrash goes running to the Platin.
Yep, you find your friends there. It is
Are
very
they
early
awake
morning.
or
It's
not?
like the
We are
event started
sleeping.
at like 4 a.m., so it's maybe like 5:30ish by the time you arrive.
We are
Okay,
sleeping.
so you're sleeping. Okay, Medrash, you hear Medrash now dressed because he before going he dressed in his armor quickly,
Oh, I should
stomping quickly
probably.
through the inn and knocking strong on Deli's room.
Oh
Please wake
damn
up,
it!
Delis. Please, I need your help right now.
I don't want to go to school, Dad.
You see the Menash being to lose his precious. There is a death, and probably the assassin schools could be involved. Could you please wake up?
What's the Assassin's
He's,
Guild?
he's shouting it, so the rest of the party could end up waking up from this. He's not being, concerned and all that.
Okay,
I'm gonna roll.
It's me.
just
I'm gonna roll perception.
It's
just a
Med.
moment.
It's Medras dying again.
So after a few seconds, you can hear the door unlocking, and you
Okay.
can see Delis wearing some kind of
Pajamas.
pajamas and saying,
No, I want you to describe the pajamas.
"No, I don't."
Oh no!
Tutski's like I said, Tutski's like Gimli. She's a deep sleeper.
No
remember,
uh,
problem. He's only looking for Delis,
rem-
so if anyone else comes to wakes up to, is a
remember that
bonus.
scene in Return of the King where Pippin's touching the Palantir and he wakes everyone up except for Gimli.
yes.
Yeah.
What pick a scent?
A gift of someone in probably what's supposed to be the underwear
Oh
of
god, it's a onesie. It's a Delif's in a onesie. Okay, this is canon.
a unicorn onesie.
That is fair, and Tutski is also likely passed out drunk, so that's more. That's
Mhm.
the comparison is justified.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So I look. Delis looks at Madras and says, What's going on?
There
Do
has
you know
been a
what
death.
time is it?
Yeah, I know what time it is, but there has been a kill probably Father John in the temple, and he appears to be a members of the Thieves Guild. So I need your help to investigate that.
Oh, damn it. I knew this was gonna happen.
Adam Medrash says, if you knew there was going to be a death on the temple, why didn't you warn me? He warned me.
Well, it's a manner of speaking. It's not.
It's a temple, of course there will be an assassination. Everybody knows that.
I've played Assassin's Creed, guys. I know this happens.
Okay, okay. Uh, w- um, so you think that we should go and ask?
I already got the permission to research first the place where the killing the room of Master John and the
Oh, damn
bodies.
it.
So let's be quick there, and then you can use that to investigate whatever you can.
Very well, very well. Okay. Wake up, everyone.
Medrash says, "Do we have to involve everyone?"
Is there a reason not to involve everyone?
He went over
You
my
see, Medrash think a
helmet.
second. I just hope Sir Roberts doesn't try to put already a lot of fight into that.
Look, you
And you
can
see
stay
him
here.
going.
You
"Hmm?
can stay here with Dusky, and me and Nadia will go to the guild
No,
anyway.
no, no, he says. I think that they wouldn't be receptive to have you enter there if I'm not around there. Even if they already got the word that someone I know is going to investigate. So I had to be there.
Okay, then. Fine by me.
Mhm. So Medrash goes to the rest of the rooms and begins knocking, asking them to wake up that this is urgent.
Eventually, Tutski will wake up and,
Mhm.
looking extremely grumpy, she opens the door. What is it?
There has been a death on the temple that it requires that you help her with the investigation.
Have the guards not been notified?
They have been notified, but it could be related to the thief skill. So I want her, someone that is close to them, to investigate.
Tutski just looks left and right a little bit and just whispers to Medrash.
Mhm.
You sure it's not an internal affair?
Adam Medrash looks at her and says, "I'm not sure, but it appears that if we follow the lead, maybe we can find that it was an internal affair, and they are using the thief skill as a cover up."
I nod. How do you want to proceed?
Hmm.
Meanwhile, I'm waking up Nadia and saying, "Wake up, Nadia. I have news for your ears only, at least for now. There has been some killing happening in the temple, and I think that our suspicions are coming true. Some of the Madras's orders weirdos are starting to create havoc. Maybe, I'm not sure yet.
Out of character. We will take their clothes, we'll take their loy clothes and their pride.
And their horses, cycles.
We'll take everything.
So um
So, wakey, wakey.
well
We
Hmm.
have to move.
well that sounds like the
To,
perfect
to be
opportunity.
fair, to be fair, it could be that he's already wake up because, like I said, Medrash was not being quiet. He was in a hurry trying to wake up and being
Sorry,
very loud.
I've got to say this. Courtesy of Tyrant, are any of them plated?
Why? Why are you doing this? Pika is trying to.
I mean, let's be honest, they're probably in a Templars with full plate, whatever you want to think of.
Full plate loincloth,
And
yes.
Because writing books.
He doesn't. We don't. The temple doesn't believe in chastity belts, so they use
And,
plated loincloths instead.
and all we care, and all you people care about are the loincloths.
Well, to be honest, you started it. It's just the meme of this campaign now, so whatever.
Yeah, you created this meme. Now you deal with it.
So, yeah, that sounds like the perfect opportunity to make some money. So
Make
count
some
me in.
money, you say? Okay.
Yes. It is people trying to investigate Reed's backstabbing. So there we have it.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense. We'll see what happens, I guess. But keep your wits about you. I don't. I. I'm not going to trust anyone in there.
Oh, don't worry. I have learned through hard work not to trust anyone.
Not even me.
But, oh, darling, don't worry. You're special.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
You're always special.
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, and I rolled one on that.
Yes, deception.
So she
At
doesn't believe
this,
it.
yeah, at this, I'm just giving a look and saying, "Yeah, right. Get your ass out of the bed and get ready."
Meanwhile, back
Okay.
on Tutski's with Tutski and Madras, Tutski is drilling Madras with for every bit of information he can give her to help with the investigation.
He will share that, and he has one more thing to say. He will say when the whole party is going through an empty place on the way to the temple.
You know what? Let's do this. I'm just getting ready and joining with Madras and Tusky. Think so. Who who was killed?
Tutski,
Probably Father John. We are not sure, but it could be him. So I do have a guess, and I have more information to share, but I
Wait,
want to say to the whole party when we are alone.
Tutski
wait.
just goes get Tutski just looks at Dev. Make sure Nadia's ready, then bring her to my room. We could discuss it here before we leave.
Okay. So no point to
Mhm.
take long. Let's say that we are all there already.
Okay. Medrash at this, when closes the room, asks to Delith and Nadia, they are the most perceptive of the group, if they think that anyone could eavesdrop on them.
To eavesdrop? What?
To eavesdrop on us when we are talking, when before I begin talking.
If
Well,
anybody is eavesdropping on us right now, is what you're saying, right?
Right now, or yeah, right now on this room.
uh, let's
Every,
make sure.
everybody's
Perception
eavesdropping
check.
right now. Everybody.
If you
Roll
want to make a
perception.
perception check, you can.
We can. That doesn't mean it will go well.
We
Mhm.
can.
Okay, we
Okay.
did well.
Okay, let's
they're
go with
Or,
definitely.
Nadia,
They're.
you're pretty sure you're not being watched or listened to.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you don't say.
Okay.
You
So,
have a mild
Medra-
amount of confidence that you're not being
you see
eavesdropped
the
on.
Medrash,
No, I'm literally hearing the complaints of a house lady about his
the noise and
um,
the plated.
about a housewife, some complaints he has about the household uh,
I
her man has in like two. Come on, two houses next.
You hear people complaining about the ending to the most recent popular series of plays at the local theater.
There,
The ending
uh,
wasn't very well received.
oh,
the ending
that Game of
was well
Thrones
received.
that Game of Thrones play ended really badly.
can can we get back on topic?
I was really enjoying that play up until then.
Mhm.
So no one's listening
Okay.
other than
Uh,
us.
I
Medrash
mean, I'm
that
not sure if you
notice
guys are listening either, but
Cloud's never listening, so we're safe on that regard.
okay, Medrash nods and that fakes Nadia and says, "Okay, there have been a lot of suspicious stuff going on in the order. I'm not sure if it's just Father Roberts or the whole order. I believe it's just Sir Robert. Sir Roberts,
Don't don't don't
the head of that was sent from the order
don't worry.
here."
Something that I have learned through my adventures. Every order has its secrets.
Through the ages.
Medrash that looks at you but still continues. Even then, Father John decided to take things at hand. But this is the thing that I want to make clear. Before entering the temple this night, the past night, I saw a clock on the on the scarlet crooked, entering the temple, and then I lost track of them. Curiously enough, the last person seen escaping from the scene of the crime, it was sapphire or blue. Pika, just
or
to
either
say.
or. It's definitely
Okay.
not red.
Okay, it was blue colored.
Tutski,
I want to make it clear, and I want to so that you all know. Don't mention about the Scarlet Cloak. But they kept thinking that whoever escaped it's the killer or something because I think it could be the Father John escaped.
It's not red, so it's not the English then.
Tutski just Tutski just pricks her
Oh,
eyebrow.
you're thinking coats, not cloaks.
Oh, okay, yeah, correct.
Tutski pricks her eyebrow up at this going. Just out of
Mhm,
curiosity, Midrash, I
mhm.
noticed you met with Father John here a couple of nights ago as well, and you mentioned he was wearing a cloak. Did you catch what colour that cloak was?
Pika.
It's probably just a brownish, kind of
Okay.
plain colored
It
cloak.
Medrasha that says it was a normal color one, but we can't be sure. Like I said, it's a possibility. One of the bodies was burned, and the other ones are not Father John. That's why we have to have in mind the possibility that Father John was the one that burned it, and it's not him that was burned.
So either Father John
Burned or
escaped,
somebody else got burned. Eh, eh, The
either
important thing is the burning.
I,
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
I so either Father John escaped and clearly he didn't want to alert anyone in the temple, which is very suspicious, or he was kidnapped.
No, there was only one figure that was escaping, so either he escaped or he's dead.
Hmm.
Tutski
The
also
If
last
he's
says.
dead, where
Don't,
is he then?
before continuing, he also says the last night when I returned to the temple, there was a discussion between him and Sir Roberts, the leader of the majority of the new Knights of the Order that are coming around here, his faction. So it's possible that he could be related. That's why I want the less of information getting into his hands and just trying to keep to yourself saying that anything, even if we find anything solid, you say I had to do a bit more of digging to whatever we find and not give him anything more than he should know in case we have to be sure if he's alive or not.
Hmm.
Tutski
Okay
also
then.
Tutski
Do
also
you?
calls up something saying it's also kind of odd that the order didn't try to stop this cloaked man walking through if they spotted him. That should be something we keep in mind as well.
also, your guards are terrible to not have detected three people going in and trying to attack someone.
Exactly why I think it was intentional.
You need better
They tried.
security.
Also,
You see the matter saying that's why I think that it is intentional between the infight in the and confrontation between Father John and Sir Roberts. I do think that this was intentional to try to get him out of the way since he was staying against the plans of Sir Roberts.
Also,
Yeah, I'm waiting. Oh, okay.
also now that Miss is not here, I can tell you ways that
Mhm.
you can leave the building with one body and still kidnap somebody.
I know, but this is Medrash. Medrash is not, that
I know.
shape on that. In this case, Medrash is thinking, okay, there was only one person that escaped, so we saw escape. So it's very possible that either for John is dead or he was the one escaping. Medrash is not, that's is not aware of the kind of trickery that can happen to move a body beneath a cloak and all that.
Oh, what a minute a clock. Just put him inside the back of holding.
I mean, they'll only have a certain number of minutes of air in a bag of holding.
2 minutes are enough. You're just escaping.
Anyway, when Merce gets back, do you want to just assume we're at the temple, or
When
Yeah,
when when Mears is back and finishes whatever he has to say, yeah, Mirage won't want to lose any more time. He just wanted to be aware and of what not
I
to
mean, we
share.
can say we are saying that as we are going to the temple. So
Mhm.
Tutski will.
Yeah, that's why I also wanted to make this instead of the rune on the move when it was everything empty. So we were already moving.
Mhm.
so basically you've kind of already seen it, the two maps for the grounds. You've got the room and then the grounds below.
Hmm.
So you can, just tell me which one of those you guys want to be at to investigate.
I think someone with magic should investigate the burning body to see if they can find, any kind of signature or anything like that. And
Yeah.
Nadia is the expert to investigating, physical stuff and all that, so she should investigate the room. Medrash will probably be, moving with the group when,
I mean,
there's
you've got
no
time to go
attention
back and
to
forth between them,
satisfy
is what I was trying to say.
Mm.
You have the body outside of the one where it's the room, so you can use that one, and you have, that is there and someone else, and Medrash moving with Nadia because he has to make company and all that for to satisfy the order, so they make sure that she isn't also looking for something that she shouldn't, you know.
I'd say Tutski would probably talk to the leader of the contingent of city guard that have been sent to the temple. Try and get some information out of them.
Mhm.
Not a whole lot of guards have been sent to the temple. I'll cover that
Makes
when
sense.
Maris gets back.
Yeah.
I will use this moment to go to a quick bathroom.
You guys liking the mystery so far?
Very mysterious.
Yeah, like I said, we very quickly went through that first page and 3/4 worth of notes. Because a lot of it was literally just, what to say given die rolls for those early perception checks. Just with each increment giving more detail or revealing something more.
You probably should post the missing details that we've missed into the chat later on.
I'm back.
I mean, I was planning on that.
By the way, Pika, something I realized because I uh, we roll religion to see if Midrash can catch anything regarding the colors of the clocks that he has seen or anything like that that could be related to religion.
We can do that whenever. Oh, Marissa's back.
I'm
yeah,
back.
This is
we
like
are both
Okay,
back
we
at
were
the
Where
kind of
same
just
are
time.
we?
waiting on you. We just went over
okay.
to the temple. You guys can decide which scene of the crime you want to be at for a given time. If you want to just switch between them, just let me know.
All of them together. There.
A question.
I didn't
Uh,
design the maps
Yeah.
like that.
Question. First question. Did we go to the Thieves Guild or not yet?
No, it's
No,
Not
we are
yet.
going to go
temple.
that after the investigation.
Okay.
Yeah, this is.
By the way,
You've got
Pika,
different places you can choose to go to investigate things. Just let me know what you want to do.
Okay.
before we do that, I want to roll religion for what I asked you, see if Mirage can put any
Oh,
connection to the colors of the clocks or this.
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, that was a nice one.
You make a good religion roll, but
Yeah.
you, like I said, they were not wearing any markings, so you could not
They are
very
simply.
well identify what they were, where they were from that.
The
So,
colors have no meaning regarding religion either, nothing like that, right? So, like for
yep,
example, the color
correct,
of you higher member of the in religion or anything like that. Mhm.
correct.
Okay.
It's the
Okay.
colors are not significant. Do you want me to move you
Mhm.
to the Father Jean's room map or the Temple Grounds map?
Let's
Are we
go,
Uh,
Father
graded?
John Master.
Are we graded
we
by
will
anyone?
probably enter through the temple first, so we should probably go looking first on the burning body and then go to the room.
Uh, does anyone question us or
Well,
anything?
Medrash is
Yeah.
recognized. If you remember, some of the priests spoke in favor of him bringing some of his friends to help investigate, so you're not being questioned. I guess on the
Okay.
way inside, you can see some guards asking to, look into, investigate what happened, but Roberts's faction of people are kind of softly denying them, saying that they're looking into it and that
Yeah.
they're handling things.
At this,
Make a all of you guys make a perception check as you're entering.
I was
Good.
I was
With
about to
Nadia
say.
here, she will see the.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
Con.
You see, uh,
I can hear
kind
the
of,
prayers.
you see, kind of like not really hiding, but staying in like discreetly in the background. Someone who looks like they're from the Thieves Guild. Just, it looks like they're kind of trying to do an investigation from a distance from what's happening. So
Question.
there is
Is
some Thieves Guild interest in what's going on.
question. Is this guy
I was
uh,
representing him with the halfling on the map earlier, the one who
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to be
no,
there yet.
no, is this guy supposed to be uh, not visible? Is he high?
Is he high?
He's not
Is he high?
he's not invisible, but he's also like not making
Not
a
Not a
big
big.
scene of it. Like
Okay, got it.
he's staying discreet.
He's also not smoking
He's
weed every
staying
day.
discreet, so he may not be there to investigate. Is what we are saying.
Well, with
Um,
your perception check, you
at
can
least.
tell that he is doing something to
Oh no, I
see what's
mean
going on.
he's doing something, but he's not legally, but like us that oh guys, we are definitely here to investigate and
Yeah, he's
cannot
not.
start doing you anything or
I mean, it's
at
kind of
all.
hard to say,
And
"Hey, I'm from the illegal organization. I'm here to investigate your murder. Please don't
yeah.
call the police on me."
I mean
Medras, well,
you could easily say that in these days. Don't worry.
by the way,
You want it to be
Pika,
on the ground, right? On the
It
ground
doesn't
with the Father
matter.
Jean's map.
Does it even matter?
yeah.
You can go between them.
Okay,
So
there.
By the way, this is something I wanted to say. Midrash, well, he moves through the group and all that, tries to decode the words of the people. They're saying that he's standing right now. He and his group is right now here to do an investigation and all that, knowing that he has a bit of a reputation, trying to calm the people.
received, pretty warmly by the priests, though Roberts's group seems indifferent.
Yeah.
Um, so I guess since I've just put us on the Father Jean room map, you see the priest from before. His name is Priest Wright. As you
Mhm.
approach, he beckons you over and say, some of Robert's men were trying to get into the room after the events transpired this morning. I've made sure they weren't allowed to get in, so the room hasn't been tampered with since you left.
Thank you very much, Father.
Like, I don't trust what's
Says
happening
Medrash.
in these times.
Tutski just
Yes, Medrash shares a look which says that lead me through. He says in a whisper, like if
Yep.
there's any night or square of robots, it can be heard.
And
He knows
like,
it can be heard.
and once again, you've noticed that there are fewer priests and friars, like in general in the temple, but there is a
Pika,
noticeable what?
sorry to interrupt. Just let me know what that guy in the corner is doing in general, and if he's trying to leave warming. Basically, that's all.
Okay, well, you're
also
on a
also let me know if one of the city guards actually breaks off
Right.
from the group arguing with Robert, so Tutski can have a word with them.
okay.
Mhm.
And the last thing I was gonna say is you do notice that there's growing murmurs of dissatisfaction between the friars and you know the knights that are here.
Mhm. Mhm.
Anyway, so what do you want to investigate in this room?
Oh, by the way, did we set the price with about investigating? I'm not doing this for free. I'm saying that out of character because I'm not going to say that way.
Okay, no, we have said nothing. This is Medrash, asking you for help and everything like that.
This is a personal
Oh,
favor for the poor knight who's trying to do the right thing.
we are helping you. I'm not helping the others. If you're getting what I'm saying. Anyway,
Uh,
so we will do
we are
the
not doing this to help the others. I'm asking you for help.
okay.
Whatever this end up helping others or not, it will be more besides of what I decide to do with the help you give me. But it won't be, this right here.
Yeah. Let's do this, and then we will see then. If we have to say something to them, it may cost them, I guess. So yeah, let's do it like that. So back to topic. Investigation. So let's tell it. Who has the higher arcana between us?
Uh, I would assume me.
I have
I don't
plus
know.
2.
Yeah, we have the same.
Yeah, I remember we have a kind of poor arcana. Oh, funny because I have high intelligence. It seems from you.
Yeah, I have
Uh,
neutral intelligence, but I have proficiency.
yeah, but I don't have the proficiency.
Roll.
Ah.
Anyway, you can roll with an
Okay.
advantage, and I'm going to roll investigation.
All right.
Perfect.
So it's
Well,
7. So it's a 7.
Oh
We
wow,
don't know what you don't know what magic is.
of course.
Okay, so there are several things you can investigate in this room. You can investigate like the drawers, you can investigate the chest, you can investigate the window, you can investigate the body.
I investigate with the bodies. Does the body investigate me too, or no?
No, the bodies don't try to cop a feel while you're investigating them.
I didn't mean that, but anyway.
Oh my god.
Good.
Your 11 does
Not
not turn
zombies.
up any new information about the bodies.
Okay. Anything out of place in terms of.
After 1 hour of investigation, Nadia turns around and says, I think they're dead.
Well, some out
You
of
see
place
a
things
dead bad
are
look.
there's a broken window, the furniture's been damaged, and there's, bits of wood on the ground due to that, and also there's 2 dead bodies in the room. Those are out of place.
No, I mean, does anything look um like
Like it
uh
shouldn't be there.
no, like it has been opened, it has been touched, it has been recently, used. Yeah,
Um,
Just to see if I
you're
could get something
helping.
better.
You're
there
helping.
is a hat stand on the dresser that has no hat on it.
Oh no, that's so out of place.
Oh
Yep.
no, the hat is missing. Someone tipped their.
Fantastic.
Someone just took it so they could tip their fedora as they were leaving.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Wait a minute. You
you can
said someone.
investigate the door as well if you want. You can ask the priest for anything he knows.
Yeah,
Tutski's probably gonna
that's
do
what I
that.
was going to do. Yeah, the Medrashi and Tatsuki are going to do that. Yeah.
I think to open with, Tutski would ask a question to both Madras and the priest about the recent goings on just before this happened.
Hmm.
Typing something.
Yeah.
Let me guess, it's gonna be what color is the priest's loincloth?
No, it's the answer to this mystery.
Hmm.
It was Zorro.
Uh,
All the bodies have got a
Medrashi,
carved C.
mhm. Medrashi would describe to you know that he was deep sleep. He heard noise, struggle, and he exited the room after he heard something breaking. He guessed it's the window, and he saw, how was the name of the priest here?
Priest right there is priest right.
Priest, right? He's on the hallway and ask him, to let him enter first, just in case.
I then turned the
Typing
question.
something to Maris. Uh,
I then turned the question to priest right and what he saw that night.
I was asleep when I heard the sounds from Father Jean's room and I came running. Um, I didn't see. I saw outside there were Robert and some squires were nearby. After whoever it was had the fled the temple. Um, I couldn't quite see what they were doing at the time. I was a bit distracted with the whole, Father Jean being, dead or missing. Um, uh, I do know that Father Jean always locked his door at night, so it kind of stood out to me that,
Yeah,
you
it
know,
was unlocked. Same says Medrash, showing what Father Wright says.
Interesting. Madrashu mentioned an argument between him and the Knight Commander before all this happened, and I turned to the priest as well. Did anything unusual stand out that night before these events? Any discontent with the knights or anything that could have been behind this or anything?
Medrash has already shared, his part of it, but he will keep giving it. Says, I did notice a lot less priests and friars and more squires and knights appearing here.
Something else to note here. I see broken glasses outside, but not inside that much. It seems that the window was broken from the inside.
In general, it seems like whoever did it came from the temple, basically, and then for whatever he was expecting him, and for some reason they didn't agree, or father, whatever his name is, tried
John.
to escape, and it broke. In general, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I see the window, the glasses, and the body here. So maybe the body, like
Went
some
flying out.
fireball, yeah, some fireball happened here where you're standing, and he went out and from the glasses from the impact and ended up there. That is a possibility, of course. But how do you
make an
explain
Arcana
it,
check on the body.
Miss? Wanna make a comment, Saka?
Uh, I think that was
Yes. Do you want to make an arcane check?
yes. Oh,
Oh my god, it's
Okay.
actually decent.
Uh, you do actually recognize. Well, you know it wasn't a fireball that caused this damage. You actually recognize it from your time at the Wizards Alchemists Guild compound. It looks like it's burns from Alchemist's fire.
hmm. Okay. So Delith says, I don't think this was from a spell per se. It seems to be from Alchemist's fire flasks.
Oh, do okay. Is there any place here that could be holding alchemist fire?
Well, take your pick. It's not that difficult to
No,
find or create.
I'm asking Pika.
Okay.
He is asking the priest right,
I,
basically.
I'm basic. No, I'm asking Pika if I see anything here that could,
Up
could.
on the top floor with the room, I mean, you could check the drawers and the chest.
Yeah, I assume the chest,
You
but
don't find Alchemist Fire in Father Jean's room. Do you want to investigate the
chest.
grounds?
No, I'm going to investigate first the chest and then the drawer, and then I will investigate for any hidden compartment that could exist. So
Okay, make an
investigate.
investigation check.
Let's see. Thank God.
Nice.
I mean,
Okay.
I have advantage on investigation, but still, that was terrible.
You find a worn key in the dresser. It's presumably for the door. It doesn't, it looks like it's been there all night.
I try it on the door.
Yes, you find it works on the door.
Okay.
This
Does the door do anything?
Well,
Uh,
it's unlocked now. You
Seriously.
find it locks and unlocks when you use the key.
aha!
Kill
Amazing.
him.
the world's greatest detective.
You-
Who needs Batman when you have
the,
Nadia?
the only thing I need to do right now is obviously you did it. Turn around and say obviously you did it, and then I will become Sherlock. I'm just asking those random questions, but in my mind, I'm piecing the pieces together. You will not be randomly accusing somebody in the end. Don't worry.
Your investigation check, it does look like the door had been picked to
Ooh,
be unlocked.
ooh,
Oh, interesting.
ooh, 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 ooh.
Ooh.
So, does anybody has power see past? Uh,
What, past events?
yes. Do we have that?
Who do you think we are,
Do we
Cloud?
have time magic when we are level 3?
Well, you never know. This is D&D, so
We
The
can
True.
o-
start.
the
We
closest thing
can
we've
start praying really
actually,
hard.
no. Actually, actual question: when when can you speak to the dead? At what level you can speak to the
Uh,
dead and ask them
You don't want to
questions?
know.
Let
the,
me look up Speak to Dead.
Are you asking me
Because
to make
uh,
to use intimidate on the priest to make him piss himself so we can see the past
It's
footprints
unfortunate
in
that
his piss?
So we
the,
can see his ghost.
probably highest level priest is now missing in action.
yeah,
mm,
I know
So
that
inconvenient.
I know that
sure.
I just remember it is actually kind of low level to do that, and that basically answers all investigation because you raise the dead body and say, "Who killed you? This guy."
Nadia
Uh,
becomes the Arachnoid
It's
Let's
not.
Queen.
see.
It's not a.
Speak
It's.
with the Dead. It's a third level necromancy spell.
Mm,
third level. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, that's a spell level. So the
Yeah,
Gosh.
actual,
the third level spell level, you're getting it at level 5.
yep.
if you're a
Hmm.
cleric, yes.
If you're a cleric, yes.
If
Anyway,
only, if only.
If only you were a store clerk.
no, I'm just saying that because like there are so many ways to not do a normal investigation on D&D. It's actually funny.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's why I did it while you're low level.
Yep.
Cloud, at
Mm,
this moment, I want you to. I would like to remind you that someone did try this at some point,
Oh.
and he was asking questions, a spirit that didn't know the answers.
I mean, there's a whole game totally not called Ace Attorney about that
Oh
concept.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a turn use it a lot.
So
Don't
any,
At least the first three games.
no,
Then
no,
they try
anyway,
go back to normal. To the sixth one, go back to that. Yeah.
because I have played up to 6. The only thing that I haven't played is the Great Ace Attorney that just got
Oh yeah.
translated. 6 goes very deep into that, like it's the whole stick.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Uh,
know. I know.
so
I'm
anyway,
sad I haven't played.
uh,
anyway, let's
Questions
check
for
the.
right. Do you
Let
want to investigate the bodies more or the chest?
I will investigate the bodies for any. I mean, I will going to open the chest, but I want to investigate the bodies to discern if they have any symbol or something to understand their identity and
didn't
how they
you
died.
didn't you
Also,
already do that or no?
no, I did that, but I rolled a 0, I think, or I'm
Rolled
incorrect.
very badly.
You got an 11, so that was a 6.
Hmm.
Uh, 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 that was a 7 because I have a +4. But
Oh,
anyway,
7. Yeah.
if whatever the DM says, if you want, if I'm okay to reroll, sure.
You
Otherwise,
yeah, it just means you're taking more time.
okay,
I haven't rolled any investigations yet, so I can do as well.
okay.
Doesn't mean that.
Okay.
You were rolling the Arcanas because
That
I actually have advantage on investigation.
okay. Doesn't mean that I will actually succeed because
Mm-hmm.
it's just a die roll. Whatever I roll, that's it.
Yeah, as I said, I have advantage, and thus,
Yeah.
Then do it.
okay,
Do
I
it.
will I will do it then.
Do it.
Let's see, bodies. Really, 15 and 15. Really, so many
Mhm.
choices. That advantage was really used right now.
Well, you don't find any symbols, but looking through the clothing, you find evidence that the clothing style and material is not from around this city.
You don't say. Um,
So I mean
so
that also means they're not
Thieves Guild, yes.
locals.
And so no, any more info like some piece of paper, some other discernible features, and how they died also, any stab wound, any.
It seems they were, killed with magic.
Yeah,
No,
I
divine
saw
magic.
that.
They were magicked to death.
They were magic to death.
You know,
Interesting.
good old
Yeah,
divine clerical
I
magic.
found that. Mhm. Yeah, that's what I found.
Um, you
Welcome,
got
Mr.
just a
Buck.
little bit short from key pieces of information.
Oh, really?
Better luck next time, buddy.
Oh, really? I because I rolled a 19.
Yes, and
Anyway,
we all know how.
about the test.
Mhm.
um, I mean, it's got some modest clothing in it. Just different changes
Hid,
of outfits for Father
hidden
John.
compartments. Tell me all
No,
about the hidden compartments. That it's
there
it
are
definitely
none. You
has.
find like 5 silver in the bottom of the chest.
I'm not going to take it because Medras is here.
We do
Good.
find
And but that will cut one of your hands the moment you see some silver that doesn't belong to Father John.
Father John's breeches though, yes?
Yes,
What color are
Oh,
they?
let's go into details about that. What are the
No.
they're
Anything
pretty
hidden on
plain. They're
the
just
drawers,
normal.
Boring.
Yes,
and
Let's move on.
exactly.
anything hidden on the um
On the drawer.
yeah.
Um, you don't find anything hidden there.
Hmm.
Uh, is there anything else you want to inspect for this room? Do you want to
The
question the
bed.
priest?
The bed is the last thing that we have there to
All
investigate, and
right.
then that's when I can come back to we were that's was investigating the priest.
I
So
was asking the
I want to investigate the body outside, if that's okay.
we can go to that after we are done
Okay,
with the
cool.
room.
yeah.
No, yeah, maybe.
So disruptive today.
Uh,
So, what what did we find about the room that they broke into? Father John's room. There was a battle. Someone
Using void
got
magic.
hit by an alchemist's fire flask and went flying outside the window. Maybe.
Mhm.
Maybe he jumped himself or someone else jumped him. And that's it, I think.
Mhm.
Did we search underneath the bed? You never
Yeah,
know.
that's the last thing we have not looking at the bed.
Underneath the bed, it seems a little dusty, but mostly well kept.
Okay.
Underneath the pillows or the bedding and all that.
It seems like it's just a modest bed. You can see like the outline from where Father Jean has probably laid in it a lot over the past several years.
Mhm.
quick, take measurements.
We
Of
need to
course.
know
How
if
thoroughly do you want to
So
investigate? Next to me,
so
I wish to open. I wish to open the mattress. What's in the mattress?
so back to Cora and me with the priest trying
let's
to
destroy
gather everything that we could.
Back to someone who's
let's
actually investigating properly.
let's destroy everything so that no one else can find any clues.
Yeah, exactly how the investigations work.
Yeah.
Okay. So, priest, right? Is asking Irish, how's the investigation going?
Uh,
Mirage, before the party says anything, says it's progressing well.
we have found nothing. I'm not saying that.
We are not saying that. Like I said, you're doing this effort to me, so I'm taking charge. Making
Yeah.
sure that.
It seems like Father or that priest, right, has something that he's not talking about.
Uh,
Do you want to
give
make an
me
insight
give me.
check?
Yes,
I,
I'm going to do an
I
inside
was
check
going
on
to
that.
do a. I was going to do a. Give me a second. A persuasion check to see if I can get him to.
Boom! That
Okay.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we have to
You have a
do?
feeling he might have been doing something with Father John, uh, before all this went down. Like not
Medras is
in the
going to.
immediate
Oh
sense,
no.
but in the just kind of over the past period of time had been working with Jean about something, and he's not talking
Okay.
about it openly.
I'm going to roll persuasion.
Okay,
Nice.
what are you asking him? You're just, hey, be persuaded
Medras,
to be persuaded.
give me a second. No, give me a second. Mirage is going to grab right as Statsky to stay on the door, so Nadia to check so that no one else hurts. Then convinces
You can go into your
father.
room right next door.
Yeah,
Who likes the
okay.
torches? Also,
We want to make sure that the scene of the crime. We can do that, but we can. I want
He
the whole
grabs
part.
When the
he
beds are
grabs the
rocking,
priest.
don't come a knocking.
Madrash grabs the priest, starts kicking him and punching him and saying,
She
"What
looks at
are
him
you?"
and says, "Look." She says,
That's
"Look for the
intimidate,
right.
Risk. Get your rolls
That's
correct.
what Tutski would do.
Can I?"
Yes, you
so
can ask your
Madras looks at
question.
Father Right and says, "Look, I know that the things are not well with the order and everything they are choosing. I also have my problems with them. If you know anything that could get Father John in this troublesome situation, I need to know." He says,
Well,
in trying to convince him that he's not
yeah,
on.
I don't know about what exactly could have caused this event to happen. I do know that Jean had been having me help him with some contact with the Thieves Guild. He had me organize the delivery of a hat of disguise last night, and that additionally, like a couple nights before, Jean had something smuggled out of the temple as well with the help of the Thieves Guild.
Midrash at this stage, could it be between the things that he had smoked some kind of cloak or anything like that?
That sounds like the description of the person from the Thieves Guild who is delivering the hat. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Midrash thanks him. Do you see anything else? Before we moved on to the backyard to where the burning body
Well,
is.
right. Says that like well, obviously while I was watching after the this event happened, Roberts and some squires had come by and they seemed displeased that I was making sure the room was not tampered with. Uh, they stayed around in the area for a short time, I think, before they determined that I was not going to leave the room unattended, and they left. Um, uh, Finally, a little like about an hour before the thing happened, I saw some of Roberts's men come through the hallway. I don't know what they did though. I was busy, making sure that uh, Jean's business with the Thieves Guild had been taken care of.
You saw who
Midrash,
now?
Midrash asked where were they coming from?
They were just passing through the hallway. I don't know how long they spent in
Robert.
the hall
Mhm.
or what they did. Like I said, I was busy making sure that the Thieves Guild were, that they had they were happy with the end of their side of things for the acquisition of the Hat of Disguise.
Thank you very much for sharing all of this. All right, I will make sure to try to, not keep your involvement in all of this and try to get to the bottom of all of this.
Thanks, I
I will,
appreciate it.
I will also appreciate that if you hear anything else happening, maybe not contact me, but contact one of these three that are on the plotting usually and share it with them if you get anything else that
All
shouldn't be
right,
shared in the open.
I'll do what I can. I'm gonna get back to watching the room just to keep it as best as I can.
Thank you very much for everything.
All right. And then you leap through your own window, breaking it just to be dramatic.
Before we move, after the priest leaves and we've shut the door, Tutski just sidles up to Madras and goes, "We can't. I think we've got more evidence that we can't discount the leader of your order in this plot. It would seem I noticed that he was preventing the City Watch from even participating in this investigation. If he was completely innocent of this, he wouldn't have any problem with the City Watch helping out.
That's why I don't want him to get any more information about this. Everything
What
that we
makes you?
will hear, we will say that we just, we suspect that maybe the Thithio is involved, but we are not sure, and we need
What
to investigate deeper if he asks for anything.
you're not sure? I said that. I mean,
No, we're
the
that
guy.
that's what we're saying. That's what we're saying to him. We're
Okay.
doing our own investigation for our own side, for uh, my side and the sake of Father John. But we are not
Just to
giving
be
him anything.
clear, just to be clear,
Mhm.
um, this Sir Roderick is the one in control right now.
He's
Roberts, I
the
should
he's
actually,
Roberts
the
is.
since you've met him,
he,
I should probably just add him to all of your.
yeah. I have
There
it,
we go.
Sir.
Sir Roberts.
Master
He
Roberts
should be
here.
in
I have
everyone's
NPCs.
journal now. Yeah.
Mhm.
So he's the one in charge.
Basically,
Medras,
with Father
he
Jean
wa-
gone, he's the default authority.
Medras, with all Father John here, yes. If not, with him here, both share the power. He wasn't here by the order.
Hmm. Okay. Doesn't that seem a little bit suspicious?
The,
You said it
Mirage that
yourself
says,
without.
I'm not. Mirage says, I'm not sure how much the order is involved with this and how much is him wanting to have a power move.
They are planting weaponry and armor inside the walls.
And but
Medrasha that says, like I said, I don't know how much this is him and how much this is the order. I can just put everyone together into everything. I
either way,
can't say that I don't trust him.
either
Okay.
either way,
Another question.
I'll just say either way, bullying the priests out of their sanctified temple is lacks honor.
Medrasha that says, agree. That's what we have to try to get this investigation in order and begin to do. See if Father John is still alive, which I believe after everything that we have found right now, and then try to begin to make a move against him.
What do you know about Sir Roberts? Has he
Nothing,
done
sadly.
any
He keeps me at a distance, like a simple knight, not a
out
member
of
of the
game?
order.
Out of game. I'm pretty much. I'm trying to see if there is any
Mhm.
well-known deeds that he has uh, done. You know, any heroics of his, if any.
I think
He's
I think
like
that Pika would
Has he
have told
slayed
me
any
if it was
dragon?
something very, big that I would
Okay.
know. Merlin Knight.
I mean, let's just say,
Or
like he's like probably like in the top half dozen people for the military side of the order. He's got, plenty of military feats that he's got under his belt. I have
Okay.
not written any specific ones at this time, but you can imagine him as like veteran military commander, like, you know,
Okay.
he's
That's
not like
pretty much
overall, he's not like the top dog, but he's like directly reporting to that guy.
Mhm,
okay. Yeah.
So
He's a knight of the
Th-
round
th-
table, basically.
mhm.
yeah.
You
That's
could
all I
say.
needed to know pretty much. Okay.
Mhm.
He's evil. Exactly.
He's evil.
I don't know. Check on me when we are not investigating a possible conspiracy where he is involved.
Also, he's a golden dragon ball.
Yeah.
Definitely evil.
Anyway, we go and check the body now? The burning
Yep.
here,
body?
let me
Let's go. Break the window.
Break the window.
break the window.
Exactly.
Oh, perhaps this is the Mace Windows, but
Maybe.
You
I
found
Maybe
where
mean,
it
there's
he
no.
landed.
traveled like he traveled across space and time just to be burned here.
Yes. Anyway, you've got different squires. These are
Mhm,
people from Robert's faction. Like, even though I'm reusing the guard asset,
mhm.
just it's one of
Yeah.
Roberts's men.
Mhm.
Uh, the Thieves Guild person who Nadia spotted earlier, who seems to be
Mhm,
trying to check on things from the outside, like
mhm,
discreetly, and of
Mhm.
course Father Roberts,
mhm.
Mhm.
and
I'm
the
going
broken
to roll.
glass that I did in a completely different way than the one
Mhm.
upstairs. But oh well.
the
I'm
broken.
going to roll perception to see the kind of look that he has, Sir Roberts, through all of this.
We're celebrities. We're walking on the red carpet.
Um,
So I'm take. So are you going to check for Arcana first, Mist, or no?
Arcana for what?
Body.
Excuse me.
The body
you don't
outside
see
the.
anything like you see that uh Roberts is he's definitely like engaged with the situation. You're just not sure exactly how. Like he's making sure that things are being done about it, and he's like taking charge of the situation. but you can't really get a sense of his, stance on it overall.
Yeah, question.
Do I see anything?
Um,
You definitely smell something that smells a little acrid, a little bit like alchemist's fire
That
somewhere.
now I was talking.
I mean, like inside the room, not just the burned body.
also,
Ooh.
something here may be housing an alchemist fire. Okay, got it. Let me roll two because that is two zeros.
Hmm.
Empty your
There.
pockets, everyone.
Oh,
Any more details, Pika?
Um, for this room or for the alchemist fire? Like just
Both. Like you said,
well,
smell. So do I
well,
get
you
it
think it's
directly?
coming from these crates.
Okay.
So, with Roberts there, I don't know if you want to be checking it like where he's
Also, anything that the come on the statues tell me, like, could they be,
you're pretty confident the statues are just decorative statues to Bahamut.
okay, okay.
Like in the temple
They
to the
don't have
dragon god,
see,
statues to dragon
okay,
statues make sense.
they
Dragon God,
definitely
yeah.
don't have secret compartments or some secret entrance if you touch them
Start
a bit
pulling,
weird.
start pulling tails,
Exactly.
ears,
Definitely,
horns.
probably, almost certainly, maybe don't.
Can you imagine a bunch of idiots just jumping on the statues and stuff,
Tutski's gonna at this yeah,
vandalizing?
Tutski at this point is gonna whisper to Madrash saying, "Could you distract Sir Robert? I think Nadia and I have noticed something about those barrels over there."
Okay, the Medrash nodding and says, most Sir Roberts, before I forget, would it be okay if we exit here the room? I would like to talk to you about the assignment you have set for me. You see, it's on the
Right?
whisper, just it's not heard, and makes an
So are
indication
you
to get outside of the room
um
to a more private place.
make a deception check because you are trying to fool him.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
good.
I know. No, no, don't worry. This is charisma. God damn it! I rolled low.
Don't worry.
Yeah, this will not
Don't
go wrong.
worry, I'll roll badly.
God damn it.
Uh,
Yeah,
sorry.
sadly wrong.
Madras, my boy,
With
Yeah.
all that's going on here, we
bent
need to have
over.
eyes on. We need people with the order having eyes on every part of this building. With with my men deployed, trying to help the town guards control the entrances and exits to the city, and otherwise just investigating the you know criminal assassins that broke in from outside the temple. You know, I need to stay in here to make sure stuff's taken care of.
I'm going to see if I can use my persuasion to, see if I can, convince him that it's
You,
worth
you,
it.
you, you can tell him that there's an intruder, so he should check it there.
Okay,
Intruder
my
alert.
persuasion
Really want to
is at,
scare away the person from the Thieves Guild you could talk to?
No.
no, I don't.
To be fair, I
I
will
try to
say
persuade him maybe more saying, that it's
out of
important to
character,
share they share this regarding.
out of
Well,
character, I will say let's just investigate the body, and if he happens to leave, we will come back and investigate here.
Yeah.
And
well, I
oh
would
no,
Yeah,
no,
say
that's also
I have a better idea. Yeah, I have a way better idea. So
I'll
okay,
roll.
without any roll. So
okay.
I will go with dailies to check the room that we were there a moment ago.
Oh my
Uh,
freaking! Oh,
gi- Give me a second.
you do realize I'm asking Max to get this opportunity for you so you can investigate the barrels freely.
Yeah.
Let me say my plan. You didn't even sit down to listen. So I will go with dailies to say that we will investigate the other room. Then dailies will hide on her thingy, basically, I throw that thingy here. Uh, we can go. We can start going and investigate the other thing. And if he comes and tries to, take anything from here, Daleth will listen to it
Why didn't you say this first?
because it came to me just now.
Okay.
Also
Fine.
point out, even though you haven't persuaded him to leave, the conversation would have him distracted. So if you were to make a stealth roll,
Yeah.
you'd have advantage against him
Which was my plan
right
Okay,
in the
now.
first place.
Okay.
let me see because yeah, still I would prefer that because
Hmm.
stealth still
Hmm.
could fail. So
It
Yeah.
could. You have advantage.
I have advantage. I mean, if you say you're giving me advantage,
I'm
sure.
giving you advantage. That's what I'm saying the persuasion did. You did not persuade
Okay.
him to leave, but because of the
Yeah,
high
yeah.
roll,
Okay,
it's
He's
supporting.
distracted. Hmm.
Yep.
so we're doing that, or we want to like
Yeah, we're
do
Well,
doing this
the
now.
other.
With if this
Okay.
fails, we can go with the
Yeah, I rolled critical
the list. Mhm.
on the first roll.
Uh,
Mhm.
you
Sometimes
do
the simple plans
manage
work
to
best.
Hmm?
you
Mhm.
managed to grab a vial out of the barrels because apparently it's not just solid liquid. And yeah, it looks like it's alchemist fire, so you can add that to your inventory.
Mhm.
Okay, I will give it to the fire person or something. Um,
who's the
Okay.
fire
Give it to
After
the
all of
person?
Fire
this,
Lord.
okay. I suspect that after all of these fails, Midrash goes back to moving with the others to investigate the body.
Okay. So we are all outside, right?
Yeah, we should be.
mm.
Okay. I'm going to ask somewhat,
The thinking in what I was suggesting is um, if we wanted to catch oh come on how he's called
Yeah,
red
anything of
handed.
Roberts.
Yeah, Robert's red handed because we may have left here, but he may start doing
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's a
Thing
good.
is, I have a time limit that I can stay
Oh, I know you
sitting
have a
inside
time
the ring,
limit. I
and
know that.
I
I,
don't think he will be moving the barrels anytime soon, unless
Yeah.
not the barrels, but maybe taking some stuff from the
It was.
barrels.
I'm not arguing against the plan.
Yeah,
It's a
but
good plan,
still.
but it's a good plan. But my idea was for you to figure out exactly what was in those barrels, not to catch him red-handed for now. We can still
Oh,
do
oh,
your
oh,
plan
oh,
later.
oh, yeah, I know, but I wouldn't have enough time even. Still, we will see. I'm just we are all throwing ideas at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Either way. Uh,
Mhm.
Do you want to investigate the dead body now?
yes,
Yes,
please.
Yes.
finally, we wanted to.
no, 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 we don't want to. I
Cloud wants.
changed my
Yes,
mind.
Cloud wants to make out with the
Just wants to
hobbit.
bask in the aroma of fried flesh.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Cloud wants to make out with the halfling that's in the corner.
Oh, I thought I want to make it with the halfling in the corner. What are you talking about? And so, um, I will usually do investigation to find any, I don't know, something that is not burned, I guess, that could give more indication on who he is.
You find one
Uh,
very well cooked chicken wing.
and
Okay.
you can do Arcana.
Based on what you're able to tell from like the body's height and how it looks, you're pretty confident that the body is not Father Jean's.
Okay, that's
Mhm.
good.
Delith has once again forgotten what magic is.
It also looks like from what scraps you can find that uh
Oh,
the
by the way,
that
by the way, I'm not saying it's not Father's John right now.
Yeah.
I'm
Again, mhm,
I'm
we
not
don't
going
want
to
them
say
to know.
exactly.
you can
I
also tell from the scraps that the clothing seems to have matched the bodies you saw in John's room.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So it is likely just a third assassin.
Mhm.
I will
Okay.
go and have a small talk with the halfling outside.
No, no, no. We will have it later. Not right now. We will have it, but not right now.
Do you
Well,
want to talk with the squires?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they may notice the halfling, and we don't want that. We know it is there. I have told them.
I mean, they're aware he's there. They're just not
Oh,
really
they're
yeah,
aware.
not
paying
hiding.
attention to him.
Okay, no, let's see him what he does, and we will go later.
They just don't give him permission to enter the grounds, I suppose.
Mhm.
Pretty much.
We're only here because
Yeah.
Midrash vouches for us. That's basically it.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. It's basically I want to do an investigation. I'm vouching for them. That's why you're in here. That's also why the plan with you and that is, high risk because suddenly, oh, what are you doing? No, you should be investigating with Medrash. You have already investigated that.
I have the ultimate plan to
Yeah,
terrify.
but still, there's. I need to, if I need to do the switcher thing that we are doing, cannot do it in front of somebody.
Mhm.
That's
I
the
have
issue.
I have the perfect
Yeah, I
plan to
know, but
terrify Sir Robert.
Mm. You have the perfect what?
The perfect plan to terrify Sir Robert.
mhm.
Oh no, my God! You're going to roll a one.
I'm not going to roll anything. We'll
Okay.
You're going to see
we'll
what kind of loincloth he's wearing.
exactly, and we will deliver and we are going to deliver this information into a mysterious note handed to him by a mysterious courier.
I know what loincloth you're wearing. If
Exactly.
if you don't want that to become public knowledge for the ladies, um,
If you don't want to become,
He will want that for the ladies.
you should come here and do what we say.
if you don't
Uh,
want the entire world to know,
If you don't want the
The
okay,
entire world to
back
know that you're actually wearing a necromancer onesie, and people
a
think you're a necromancer.
necromancer pony loincloth
let's get back on topic though.
Yeah.
pink.
So we
So
want
let
to question
us
the guards,
Squires.
the
squires.
squires. Mhm.
Right? They seem unsettled about events. Exactly why, you're not entirely sure. You can, talk with them. You can try and get an insight check on them. It's up to you.
Uh,
Did you
I
see
was
anything?
I would
That's
say
the first
either
question.
inside. You guys roll for inside or
Really,
persuasion.
I rolled that terrible. Oh, I rolled that terrible. Oh my God!
Yeah.
I have +7 on inside. Imagine
I'm
my
actually
rolls.
rolling extremely well today. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
One of us is on form.
Hmm.
You can tell the squires are nervous about something that they're hiding. Like
Okay.
something. Like, I don't mean like a physical object. I mean, they're concealing some information.
Let me see how my persuasion goes. If I do anything. Oh, it goes critical. Okay. Medras is going to move the squares a bit away from the group so they're not, over in and says,
Tootsie's gonna make
trust me,
like
I am.
she's actually closely investigating the body.
Medras moves says, you can trust me. I'm a knight of the order. Obviously, I also follow Father Sir Robert's orders, so I obviously wouldn't betray him. He tries
I
to
need to make a
persuade them.
deception on that claim.
Oh, okay, okay. He says that he's a knight of the order, so he probably wants the same that they want.
I mean, that's still
Is that
probably a lie.
eh, no? He's a knight of the order, so he as a knight of the order, he wants all
I'm not really a
things
knight of
to
the
be
order. This I've just found this
cleaned
in a Happy
out.
Meal.
So
You're Knight of the Order, but you're claiming to be like have the same agenda as they do, which I think we're kind of firmly establishing that you don't.
okay. Okay, give me a second
So,
to think. Give me a I say I'm not of the order. Um, we wouldn't want, any kind of trouble for the order for things regarding this to go out of control or anything. So me knowing what exactly has the Umsel could help me, solve this situation.
well, This morning we were told to be on guard for uh, people who had snuck into the temple, and that they were expecting people to be getting onto the temple grounds. We saw the window break and someone came out of it and he fled. We weren't in a good spot to actually stop them. But we started moving to chase them. And then another person came through who looked exactly the same as the first person who went through. We're not sure how that worked. So we went ahead and attacked them. Uh, Master Roberts seemed very unhappy with the person that we caught, and so directed us to destroy the body more so it couldn't be properly identified. I'm not really
You
sure why he's saying that the attackers came from the outside of the room, but it's just you know Master Roberts knows best, so we're just following his direction.
do you know
So,
per what Master Roberts did with that individual? Have in mind, Natty is not here, none of you here, because the Knights of the Order wouldn't be,
I mean,
settled without the Twisty and then.
I'm not talking to them, but
Okay,
I'm going to discuss it with us
yeah.
out of character.
Hmm. Let me get all the information, then we
Yeah,
can
yeah.
discuss it. Yeah.
Basically,
What
they
else?
were kind of like brought to be, they were told something was going to happen, but they were put in a position, like I'm describing this out of character. They were put in a position where, for what actually happened, they were not in a good position to stop someone from escaping. But once they moved in that first futile chase, someone else came through, and so they acted on that and killed that person. And then they were told to basically kind of cover up who got killed, basically.
Medrash now is going to ask, exactly where the body is and all that,
No,
if
but
they
the
know where
person
it
they
is.
killed is the body that got,
Oh,
uh,
that one.
you know, d- you know, had a
They
nice alchemist fire bath
Mhm.
so
to
pretty
hide
much
who got killed.
Okay.
two people left from the window. The first one got away. The second one they actually managed to get him.
Yes, but they looked the same, so probably one of them was changeling, or we are talking about twins.
Or we're talking about some basic magic.
Or had
Illusion, yes.
a cape of deception, to try to not be seen as who he is. Like certain priest that father that asked for one.
Like, you mean something like this?
Yeah, these guys had, I meant, yeah.
Mm.
Um, after getting, is there,
Which, for those
can
of
I?
you who don't have Magic Items Guide handy, basically allows the
Oh,
user to use
understood.
Disguise Self on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Understood that.
I
It's
was,
for anyone who doesn't.
mhm. I was going to say, is there? Can I see? Can I feel that there is anything else from them that they are not telling me?
Um, yeah, there's more that they're not telling you, but there's not much more that they are willing to tell.
Hmm. Okay, I'm not going to, push them into, more than they're comfortable, because I'm not that kind of person. So, so thank you very much for the information, and don't
Okay.
worry about these questions.
New plan. We'll be playing uh, the song "Why Are You Lying? You're Always Lying" underneath Sir Robert's window all night.
Yeah, sure, that's going to go.
No, no, no. I've got a better.
So,
I've got a better song suggestion. One that Delith will absolutely enjoy the hell out of.
okay.
Been moved.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, I moved them because I was going to say before, you kept interrupting me with jokes. Mirage moves the group away from the squires and quietly tells them, what they told him.
Okay.
Hmm.
How do you guys
So,
know about what happened in that conversation? Hooray!
Hmm.
I think we are done with the guard. I think
Yeah. I
the
mean,
squires.
Mirage will say that he feels that they are not, they are not comfortable telling more, and she's not going to push them.
So let's go to the thief and ask him.
Mhm.
So let's go to the halfling then.
Yes.
If there's nothing else, yeah.
Oh, hello, little one.
I will let Delit lead this talk because
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
we don't
same.
we don't talk like
Hey,
this, but
the the person meets you. Ah, it's Ellis. Good to see you. Oh,
uh,
terrible events last night
Hello there.
yeah,
or this morning, I guess.
Hello there.
yeah, really terrible. And from what I gather, the guild has some interest in all of this.
Well, of course, someone broke and entered, and then ended up killing people. We have a monopoly on breaking and entering in this city. If someone's breaking that, we need to make them suffer.
Uh, I'm with you on that. Question though, and I'm whispering this to him. Are we sure that the locks in this place weren't made by the good locksmith we have?
They are this temple are not patrons of ours, and the temple's also older than our humble, uh,
Friend.
mercantile enterprise there.
Okay, good to know. Uh, is there a point to go back to the guild and have a conversation there? See what we can.
There
Carwin
is a
would
point.
probably be very interested in anything you've learned. Like I said, people are butting in on what should be guild territory, and it's his
Um,
job to enforce, guild rule over these sorts of things. So we need to
Medrash
find
would
out who these people were and who hired them to do this.
Medrash would like to know, exactly all of the deal, that Father John did with him to try to get an idea of where either he could be or all of that. So Medrash would like to go also to speak about that.
Okay.
So
Tutski
we have reasons to go.
Tutski will say she's gonna have other business, but she will catch up with him later. I think Tutski's more. She's not gonna reveal everything to Captain, but she's gonna mention the problems her guards are having with the knights in particular, and note that there's something suspicious, and she should keep her eyes open.
Don't worry, something about that is going to happen. But first, I want to get out of this done.
Yeah, if
These
you
are
want,
affairs that I take.
I can let Carwin know that you're coming. Would you be willing to share information you've learned with him? So, and the Thieves Guild will, you know, help, provide whatever aid we can in resolving this matter.
I don't see a reason not to, so yes.
Hmm.
All right, I'll make sure Carwin knows that you're coming.
Hmm.
Are
Okay.
you done on this map, and are you ready to go over to
Let
the
me
city
see.
map?
Let me see. There's nothing to find in like we check the alchemist fire. Oh, by the way, I'm giving the alchemist fire to Dailies. Should I give it to Dailies or does anybody want it in general? It's my question.
Oh, Medrash, there's no need for that.
Nor does
Uh,
Tutski.
question. Cloud,
Mm.
have you written down the cloak of protection to your seat?
I actually have it on me, I remember.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Have you?
Yeah, I have written clock of protection, and I
Okay.
have put the status on globe on the saving. I have put everything
Okay, okay.
basically.
So I
Let me
can
see.
take it off mine.
Yeah, the
That's fair enough.
dexterity and armor is correct. So yeah, everything is. Um, I had adjusted it. I don't remember when, but I adjusted it. What I yeah. Do you want to put alchemist fire because I'm not really using it, to be fair.
I'm not going to actually use it myself, I think, because it's not something that I can't do. So
Yeah, okay. I'm keeping it also problem.
you can keep it
Use
or give it to either Madras or Tatsuki. So they have something.
in case of AOE. Because
Medrash wouldn't accept anything about this duel, so give it to Tatsuki.
because the thing is, I'm uh, even high chances I'm going to be using my sneak attack because I want to trigger sneak attack, and then I have AOE on my build using sneak attack, so I don't really need it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's move on.
Hmm.
I think we're done here then.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to go and talk with Sir Roberts? I don't think so.
No. What's the point?
Okay.
No. Hmm.
We could go there and start thinking.
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah,
I'll
Medrash.
move you back onto the city then.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Rich, you've seen the song I posted in the chat, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we, Medrash and Delis are going to, the merchant quarters to talk with the leader of the Thieves Guild and all that.
I'll be right back real quick. Got a really bad itch.
So we
Doo, doo,
go
doo, doo.
we go down to the
Mhm.
Thieves Guild
Yep.
headquarters, I
Like
suppose.
we can pick up with you guys talking with Carwin and
Yeah.
the thieves people
Yeah.
when Cord's back.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're kind of approaching the end of the session. It's not a particularly long one today.
Oh, no, I didn't expect that.
I mean, I'd expect we've got maybe an hour left.
Okay, I'm back.
3 hours isn't
So,
too bad.
no,
No.
it's not, but I didn't expect it.
I mean, I generally like cap out around 4, so.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Anyway,
That's the correct thing to cap out. If that's and yeah, if that's the case, I mean we have plenty stuff to do afterwards if needed. Anyway,
Yeah.
leveling up. Anyway, so you arrive in the Thieves Guild. Carwin, who you've kind of grown accustomed to being kind of laid back and feeling in charge, seems all business right now. He is fairly serious. He's talking with people about what's going on, and when he sees you, he motions for you to come over.
why so serious?
If you say
Uh,
my character, Tutski's gonna cuff you on the back of the head.
I'm not saying that in character. Let's be honest.
Carwin seems a little exhausted. In character as Carwin. While the previous interesting event in the city involving you guys was pretty fun and interesting, I'll admit I'm getting a little tired of everything in the city involving you guys.
Medrash,
Like nothing against you, you guys are fine.
It's like
Sometimes you just want things to change up a little bit.
we are the main
Medrash,
characters or something.
Medrash sits down right now. Well, he doesn't like the integrity of this guy. He knows that right now, Sir Robert's at least faction is the more dangerous stuff of all of this. So he sits down in front of him and says, "And things are going to get worse."
That's kind of about my opinion on it as well. So, do you want to go first for sharing information, or do I need to go first?
You go first.
Well,
Well,
Medrash is Medash is going to say before you share anything involving all of this, I would like to ask you that after you are you also share whatever it is that the Father John asked out of the Thieves Guild.
You're aware of some of that. Have you talked with the good priest Wright at all?
We talk with him. We got him
Okay,
to
well
tell us
then I'll
this.
feel less bad uh, disclosing some of Father Jean's secrets. I prefer to, have customer confidentiality. You'll understand. Um,
Medrashades looks at him and says, "Of course, if it will make you feel better, I will be willing to pay you a bit for this information, so you don't feel so bad."
oh no, if you paid me, I'd feel worse because then it'd look like that I'm being paid to divulge, my client's secrets.
You see the Medrash not so that.
No, so uh, Father Jean had asked us to acquire a magic item to help him uh escape the city if worse came to worse. We've also been working with him to sneak some of his people in the temple out so they could get to safety in case whatever it is he was planning around happened. He had not been entirely clear on what was happening, but he was paying well, and I think I thought it was in the guild's best interest to work with him and keep that
Mhm,
relationship positive.
mhm.
Um, I can tell you that around midday, Father John did get in contact with us, and we helped smuggle him out of the city past the temple's watchful eyes around the exits, using the guard for that.
You see the Medrash has a relieved look on his face.
Actually, if you go to the ruins that you know, kind of near the city, you should be able to find him there.
You see the Medrash nods, but he looks at him and says, "Maybe at some point I would like to send a messenger to send some message to him, but for now I think it will be safer for Dan and Father John that I don't have direct contact with them."
Well, I do think you should go visit him just so we can get more clarity on what's happening here, because I definitely want to know what all these things he was getting prepared for are.
The Medasha this looks down and says, "Would you be willing to smuggle me after I'm done with the business I have to do today around the city?"
I'm pretty sure you can leave whenever you want. I'm pretty sure the guard was just looking for the mysterious assassin, which I suspect
I I don't want
Roberts
the
knew was
order.
actually Jean.
I don't want the order suspecting that I'm working with John. This is why I'm asking you to
Well,
smuggle me out.
the Order does not have great information in the city yet. Um,
Mhm.
like right now, well, your party should be able to leave through the um gates without too much of an issue. I can give word to Anne to help you slip through if you want, so you can go see
Uh,
him.
I would appreciate that.
So I'd recommend you go see him pretty quickly. It's hard to tell, with things as they are, when something will happen to get in the way of that.
Hmm. Okay.
At this point, Tutsi stops pacing, just looks at Carwin, looks in the Midrash, both of them, and just goes, "It's probably best if you smuggle out without me anyway." He looks at Carwin. "Perhaps my military training might be of use, helping you and Anne prepare the city for the worst."
Might
Medasha that
be.
looks at you and on this says, Do you remember the map that I showed you?
Tutski pulls it out of her pocket. Yeah, I've got the other
No,
copy.
he didn't left that map, with her,
I know.
with the notes.
Tutski
Good.
nods.
He looks at you and says, "Share that information with the guards."
I nod.
Yeah. He also looks down on the leader of the Assassin's Guild and says, "These Master Roberts also had me look for some of the more secret exits of the city. If you have a map, I could point it out the ones that I found and I gave him."
Long story short, we're suspecting they're going to smuggle inside the city their forces and make a quick takeover or something like that.
That's very serious. I'd almost want you guys all to go meet with Father Jean just so we can have a better idea of what's going on.
Tutsi just starts going, I don't think the knights will give us that luxury. I at least should stay with you in the city. If this is going to be as bad as they seem, we'll need all the strong military hands we can get.
At this, I'm saying, yeah, we're gonna need all the military hands we need, which means that we might be in need as well. So bear that in mind.
Oh, I'm bearing that in mind, but we also still need to get the information from Father John as we can, and if we all leave, it's gonna put more jeopardy on the civilian populace if we're not preparing them.
I
You
Madras,
should
don't.
also try to not make it obvious. Sir Roberts asked me, and I have yet to give it to him for information regarding the formation of where the guards move and all that, and where are situated.
Okay, so this was it then.
I have not given it yet to him. I was planning to give him just the less important forces, but you should make them aware of exactly the knowledge of why I have Tatsuki, just so they are prepared in all the situations.
Okay, Madras. Well, you while you do that, if Sir Robert starts asking questions, do your best not to say anything.
Yeah,
Just answer as best as you can and don't
yeah,
give
I
anything
know,
away. Not
I know,
even go there. Don't allude to anything.
I know.
Play dumb.
Well,
Medas
should
looks
I
at you and
arrange for
Casper and
some of
says,
your
"I
members to go
know."
visit John today then, or no?
Please, please, says Medras.
Okay. Who all's gonna be going to see him?
I will be going to see him.
I think we are all going except from Totsky.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Now, since I've told you, most of what, you're interested in, uh, what did you find out about this killing? I really need to know who needs to be
Medras,
made to suffer for this.
Medras begins to
Everybody.
share all the information and basically finishing with, "It's probably an inside job."
Okay. Do you have any samples of like the clothing that they had? Because we might be able to, we're not able to get in to investigate it ourselves, but we might be able to identify where they're from, and that would at least give
W-
us a.
we
Medras
don't
looks
have
at both of
we don't have
Lady and
samples, but we didn't get any samples as far as I remember. But I can describe in detail. Um,
All right. Um, from the description you're able to give him, says, all right, that sounds like Drakenberg clothing. So these are likely agents from the order.
you see Medras, it has a disturbed look, but still quickly recovers. It's for just for a second.
Also, there is a supply, we don't know how big, of Alchemist's Fire. It could be used for several reasons and effects, so
It was likely smuggled
Medrash
in.
also
It was likely smuggled into the temple before they attacked.
Medrash also shares that remembering, the information, the location where he and Lisa found
Delith.
Delith founding the square that box that had all of that from the order armor and all that
mm.
hidden on the city, so they can move around and try to take a hold of it themselves and maybe stuff it with other stuff.
I'll have my people investigate. I'll get Captain Ann in on this so she can start making moves. We're gonna have to get on this real quick.
Perhaps you can
But
summon.
yeah, my revenge on Roberts for butting in on our territory will be quite sweet when we finally have the opportunity to do it. But that's
Medrash looks
something
at him.
for me to work on. You guys go
Medrash,
see Father Jean.
before also leaving, he says, "Don't worry. If I get to him first, he will taste the end of my sword."
Tutski wishes you all luck and then turns to Carwin and goes, I'll stay here for the time being. If you could summon Anne to this location, I can share everything Madrash told me about this attack on the map, and I'll be more than
Out
willing
of
to give you
out of character, are you meaning you'll stay in the Thieves Guild or just in the city?
either works, but I think Tutski would want to talk to Carwin and together about the map and offer them her services. Like she can help give their men additional training to actually combat this threat.
Carwin says, "All right, we can arrange a meeting with Anne. It wouldn't look both good for either of us to meet on one or the other's home turf. So,
I've got a
is
room.
it all right if we just meet at your inn?
Yeah, I've got a private room at the end we can meet at.
All right.
Also, at this point, I think we should make a plan where are we going to meet once we're back.
My room, I
At
guess,
the
is
inn,
probably the obvious. It's probably the safest place in the city, but
Medrash would say this: I can't stay too long away from the order. It will begin to cause suspicion. So when I arrive back, I will go to the order, try to make up some stuff. You guys go communicate whatever happens to that skip.
Ah, damn it, my poor legs are gonna hurt like hell today. Let's go then. We have to go fast.
All
so,
right.
what?
You guys are people who are leaving the city.
We got deleted. No.
No, I just put you on the GM layer. That way I don't have to remake it later.
Yeah, I just thought in my
Anyway,
head that it makes sense for the more military-minded of the four of us to stay and help prepare the defenses of the city. That's why Tutski's not going.
So we go to the ruins that we clear. That's where
just
it
a,
was, right?
yep. All right.
Madrash makes it clear that he won't stop at any towns or any settlements on the way, trying to arrive there as fast as possible.
All right. Uh, it's getting like end of day by the time you arrive. You know,
Mhm.
dusk is fast approaching.
Mhm.
You arrive at the outpost and you see there are a number of people here that seem to have set up a camp.
You see that?
As you approach, you see a town guard watching over it. You know, halt. Who goes there?
Medrash steps forward in front of everybody. I'm Sir Medrash. I'm a friend of Father John. I would like to speak with him if it's possible.
Hearing something going on outside, you see Father Jean exiting from one of the temples. Oh, Medrash, you found me here. Good, that's good. Let him in. He's a friend.
Medrash has a big smile and says, "It's good to see you again, Father."
Yeah, it's good to see you guys here too. Well, I mean, for what it is.
Right. Of course. Maybe you have heard of them introductions, and he presents Nadia and Deli to Father John.
It's nice to meet you guys.
Good to meet you too.
Though I wish it was under better circumstances.
Don't we all?
So I guess you guys move into the camp.
Yeah, Medrash immediately says, "Is it okay to speak about this here in the open, or will you prefer that we speak to this in one of the rooms of the temple?"
Well, everyone here has already been let in on what's happening, so it's fine for us to speak here.
Where Father John, he begins to, this is what we know, and begins to share what we had all put together. Medrash.
Yeah, so what happened is in the middle of the night, I got awoken when they were unlocking my door from the outside, and then 3 people broke in. I'm pretty sure they were agents from Drakenberg that Roberts ordered. There was a brief fight, but I was able
Medrash,
to.
yeah, go on. Medrash Ethical just confirms that they were agents from Drakenberg, based on what the leader of the Thieves Guild told them.
Yeah, I was able to defeat 2 of them before I was afraid that more were coming, so I tried to escape through the window. Luckily, based on where the guards for the temple were, I was able to escape. I'm not sure if that was set up, by Roberts intending to let his agents escape, but it did end up serving me. Luckily, I had the 4th. Well, I had asked for a head of disguise from the Thieves Guild so I could sneak out in the future to meet you easier, but I used it to disguise myself as one of the assassins while I was escaping. I think the 3rd assassin got caught by the guards. I don't know what happened after that. I was too busy fleeing down the streets.
Sir
It's
Roberts used him,
Burn to a
killed him and
crisp.
tried to
That's
make
what
it.
happened.
That sounds horrid.
Yeah, Sir Roberts burned him to a crisp for failing, or because he was planning to do, because he planned.
Well, anyway, I managed with the Thieves Guild help to escape the city and make my way here. So for explanations, basically, what Roberts and I were talking about last night was the Order has, in its infinite wisdom, he says with a large amount of obvious sarcasm, has decided that the Order needs to reclaim control of the city if it wasn't obvious, and they've been working on plans for how to capture the city.
No, it's not just Sir Roberts. This isn't just something out of
It's
him. It's something
yeah,
of
this is from
higher.
the very top of the Order.
Do we know
Med-
why
I'm
though?
not sure.
Medrash, while he's speaking, begins to have a look of despair more as he looks for a while to sit down or to support himself while he still looks and hears of Father John.
Yep, I'm not sure what the Archpriest's position is on this. I've not been able to get in contact with Drakenberg since Roberts arrived. I do know they've been steadily infiltrating the city with agents, and I think I found supplies in the temple that they've been spiriting away to different parts of the city in preparation for their campaign.
From one of those, I did give it back to Sir Roberts, hoping that maybe he would have been more open if I presented myself with that, but he didn't. The tone of Mirage was saying this is just dead plain, like dead. Well, his face has this horrifying look, and he's just supporting himself on the wall.
I confronted Roberts about it yesterday to try to, force him to stop this insane plan. I'm not sure if he was already planning to get rid of me before that conversation, but perhaps it's
Probably,
just what finally drove him to do it.
probably.
So
Mirage is still saying this with the topic says probably. Did you meet any time with someone with a scarlet robe with of the Thieves Guild
oh
or not?
yeah, we did meet with the Thieves Guild to get me smuggled out, or was that not what you're
Did
asking? I'm gonna.
but did he's saying about he's asking about
Oh,
the
what? How
guy
it
that he
smuggled
saw with
out?
the scarlet
Oh,
robe.
I'll get to that soon, Medrash. Actually, it's very pertinent to you. So,
That he looks at him confused, but still has that. Uh, his look, he keeps the same look, but it's just he looks at him while keeping that look of the just despair and sadness, well, just speaking with a dead tone.
so we had talked earlier at the end, and I told you I'd been working on some contingencies. I've been smuggling some of the you know people who work at the temple who are loyal to what Bahamut actually stands for out in case that Roberts tried to act against them. And we've just been setting up a bit of a area here that people could be safe depending on what happened. And has been able to give us a couple of her men that she'd already assigned here to help protect them. But I'd not fully disclosed what was going on to her yet. I was gonna do that
I
today, but
Medrasha
things happened.
Medrash says have told everything to the leader of the Thieves clan and asked him to be the one to ask the leader of the guards to share that information.
We don't have much time to act. I think they're
I have also shared every mission and everything that I have gathered for Sir Roberts. I still haven't gave him the last report that he asked me, but they already
mm,
know about everything that I knew.
yeah. I'm just worried because I know they were gonna be acting soon. But as for the thing I had smuggled out earlier, if you'll join me in here,
Sure. Mirage enters
you know,
wildly, but
they thing I just hadn't had added to the map because I didn't
yeah,
think far enough to have this map ready yet.
no problem.
um, he opens the chest, and inside you see a gleaming suit of armor. This was something that one of the past saints of our order wore in combat, and I could not see. I did not want Roberts or his men to find it and use it towards evil ends. If you're willing, I'd like you to use it in your righteous struggle against them.
Mirage at that looks at and says, "How could I? I'm part of this order that now wants to just take over a city and all that. How I'm not worth it or something like that."
Whatever Roberts does, our order, well, our God wants people to be protected from evil, and the person that this armor is from knew that and stood for that as well. And for whatever it's worth, I want a representative of what the followers of Muhammad truly stand for to be seen standing against this
Me-
evil, twisting of our beliefs.
I admire this order and everything. Like, how could someone that so blindly believe in it or something like that? I'm, I just, I'm not worth it or something like that. But that's
You are
just
more
shaking
Oh,
his head.
you
worthy.
are worth it. Just take it.
You are more worthy than any of the people that Roberts has than Roberts or any of the men working for him.
The armor has a
Please,
description of that says L'Oreal
no.
L'Oreal,
because he's
actually.
worth it.
God damn it. I got something in mind and you interrupt me. Damn it. Give me a second to get back.
Sorry, jokes have been made.
I get it. You see Madras taking a bit of breath and says, okay, but still, without the order, what am I? Just believer of Bahamut? Sure, but how could someone, just one person, do much change?
Without the order, you are you. I think it.
It's not much of a loss.
Yeah,
Look,
I think it
we're
works
talking
out
about
perfectly.
out of character. We're talking about someone that, since a child, believe try to be part of the other. This is like a child that gets to get into that which admires the most since he was a child. So he's having a breakdown right now.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Whatever the order is right now is not what it always has to be. When the dust settles after this, it will need to be rebuilt by, those who want to do good. It will need its knights in shining armor to remind it of what it was and could be again.
Then you see
Medrash, I'd really like it if you could take up the arms to fight in the name of Bahamut to right the wrongs of those doing evil in his name.
through this whole last speak of Father John, you see the Medra's eyes begins to gain a bit more of color, and he begins to look a bit more sure in himself and says, uh, "You're right, Father. Yeah, I will take the armor. I will not wear it yet because I wouldn't want to then." God damn it, car. I wouldn't want the Sir Roberts to know yet, but I will wear it when the time is right.
All right. Father Jean sighs, I fear that the time might be now. I'm not sure if Roberts will act now that, everything's coming.
I know it will
Well,
be soon, but I will still be. I he will probably call for me sooner or later for the information regarding the guards' positions.
Roberts
If I
is not a
prove the mission
fool. I
without
think
them,
for all his flaws, he has a very, you know, he has a very adept tactical and strategic mind. He wouldn't have gotten to where he is without it. He is probably well aware that you're not loyal to him, and so with what you found, he might just act sooner rather than later to not lose the initiative.
Oh boy, here we go again.
very well. You see that maybe she
I
begins
have
to take the armor and move to a private place to put it on.
I have one question though.
Only one.
What is so important about this city that the other wants? Is it the position or
It's
something else?
nearby. They historically controlled it. It's one of the major trade hubs along the western coast. Stuff like that.
Hmm. Even e- even then, after let's presume that they are actually successful in the take the city, are they going to stop at that?
They might move on to the other major city that uh has been held historically was controlled by the order in the past, Kustaberg, further down the coast.
Oh, great. And then the cities and settlements that were not historically in the order, are they going to write a new history and include those as well?
Well, I mean, once they've got a strong foothold on the continent, why not just expand the control of Bahamut? From my understanding, that's what that's the line of thinking that's taken hold
Mm,
in the order. I
yeah.
expect Lator would probably be another early target, as while it's never been controlled by the order has definitely fought to control it in the past. At some point, the Aquarian Empire and the elves to the south will probably push back, but there's a lot of ground in between them, so there's no telling when that'll actually start.
It goes too long, I think. There will be another loud war if we get to that point.
So, Medra says after coming up within the armor, it's better that we begin to act, then we take care of this problem first, and then we begin to move to the other places which they are likely to attack.
Anyway, just as a note, it's magic plate armor +1.
Okay, so can you send me just the information so I add it to the
That
character?
basically just means
No,
it gives an additional +1 AC.
it
Yeah.
just plus
Okay,
one to your defense.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nothing really.
okay.
So basically
+1.
that means the armor by itself gives you 19 AC, and then with your shield you're at 21.
Wait,
I want to say
what armor? Chainmail or
plate
Plate.
armor +1.
oh, that means +3.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going on 21 because he had the chainmail up to now.
Yes.
Like I figured this is a good big moment to give him a fancy suit of armor to use.
Yeah. So it will
I,
be
I,
AC plus 3.
no, I will adjust your AC. Don't worry.
And now
Yeah,
I'm the
your
only
Okay.
AC
one
is
with.
at 21 now.
I know
No,
I'm the
no,
only
but
one
I'm
without
asking
a without a
how much the
+1
plate
thing.
armor gives me.
It's
The plate
19.
armor is 19. With your shield, you have 21.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You're getting 18 because plate armor, you're getting +1 because magical armor, and you're getting +2 because shield. So that's 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And,
just make sure.
and dexterity doesn't matter for you, so we're not calculating that.
Now I'm just waiting for
So it's
Carwyn to give
magical
Tutski the
armor. Okay.
sword, and we've all got a +1. Just joking, of
Oh,
course.
yeah, Delith got her,
Yeah, Dennis got a
uh,
wand. You've got a cloak. Madrash has got the armor. Tutski's the
yeah,
only one without a magical item at the moment.
yeah, and you're only getting a sword, I think. Oh no, you're also wearing armor. Yes. Uh, Although I would probably prefer a weapon, but I mean, I can't have it all, to be
Hmm.
fair.
A barbarian, I think,
But
weapon
no,
is
he wanted to
more
give me the
important.
braces of archery when I am using
I
crossbows.
gave the party bracers of archery
The
because it
party
works
pack.
with literally anyone.
We
I'm
can
Mm-hmm.
joking.
sell it, you know.
I'm more joking because like I'm using crossbows and
Uh,
those are only and the braces are
how much
only
does
for
the armor
actual
weight?
bows.
Hmm.
I don't remember. You can check it.
I do have a
Yeah,
short
that's
bow,
why I
but
asked it that you
I'm not
send
that.
me, the link of where the item is so I can, look at it and add all the
Uh,
information.
on Wikidot, it should have
Yeah,
all the
I
items.
know, but I don't know which one is. That's why I'm asking.
Plate.
Plate. Okay.
Plate armor.
It's basically the last one from the heavy mails.
I think
Okay.
it should include its weight automatically. I
Uh,
think.
no, I don't
No,
think so.
no, it doesn't. That's why I'm asking.
Doesn't
I
okay.
ask it.
So to interrupt
Mm.
this wonderful reunion,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
a guard comes rushing in from the road.
Mm-hmm. My
It
rush
looks
comes out running at that.
People, it looks like the city's under attack. The order has made its move.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
that's the end of the session.
Yep.
You're level 4 now. Congratulations.
I
Wait, we're not
finally
doing the
leveled.
fight.
I finally
Also,
Oh
leveled
we're
up.
well,
level
that
4.
was
Wow.
fast.
Finally, I've leveled up. Oh my god.
Congratulations.
Okay,
Congratulations, you're level 4.
now
Also,
I
the
can
city's under attack.
now I can actually start playing my build finally.
What you have been doing this thus far,
I haven't been
Klaus?
playing the
So
build.
I'm guessing we're not going into how Tutski's helped Carwin and defend prepare the city. Okay.
I mean, we can cover that a bit at the start.
Okay.
Basically, I imagine the next session will be you guys figuring out what all you're going to try to
Yeah.
save from the city as things go to hell. And as you might have figured out, since I kind of told you my rough game plan, this whole city under attack is the big watershed moment I'd alluded to
Yeah.
previously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
So-
expecting this.
Wait, what? We expect some.
No.
So finally, I'm getting the feat that I didn't take because I changed race. Are we getting proficiency?
No.
One second.
Next level.
level.
Let me see because I'm. Yeah, okay. I don't remember if I think my sneak attack has increased on the previous level.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It will increase at level 5.
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking at my character right now.
Anyway, if this is it, and we're
Oh
just
yeah, stuff is going down.
things are happening. I was
Oh
about to say if
no.
this is the end of the session and we're just doing level ups now, I think it might be a good time to cut the
Yeah.
stream.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's only ability score improvement, so yeah, I got what I wanted with crossbow expert. Okay.
I'm 2 and 2 now.
Anyway, we're just going to be doing some level up stuff in the background, so there's nothing else to do in terms of the campaign. So we will see you next week, I guess, for more Star Wars things.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tutski's trapped in the middle of a burning city. We'll get to that next session.
Yes.
There'll be plenty of stuff to do. I got to figure out how exactly I plan on running that. I've got some ideas I've already been working on, but I'm gonna have to get it squared away. Oh, anyway, I uploaded the notes that I had made so you can see all 3 pages, and you can see I was not kidding that like literally most of it was
Segment.
just those opening scenes, and then I very quickly reduced the amount of notes I had
Okay.
as I was like just running out of motivation to type everything out, and a
Okay.
lot of it was just kept in my head.
It makes
I
sense.
did have the pre-planned note to have Father Jean, have the plate armor to give. I just have that written somewhere else.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ending the stream now, so bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.